Hey guys, it's Cody. So today I want to talk about something that kind of has been eating away at me for the past couple of days, and it's affecting somebody that's kind of been there for me for a couple of years now, influencing how I look at life through love and also just through acceptance. And that's Kesha. Kesha's been there through her music for me for so many years now, and she's kind of one of those artists that I look to find acceptance with myself through all her lyrics. You know, there's always something about empowerment and being yourself, and I think that's so important for people that go through certain things in life where they don't have an outlet to look for in a person or where to even turn to talk to somebody. So if you can escape that through music, I think that's a great way to just cope. And she's done that a lot for me. So when I found out her verdict where, she pled that Dr.Luke, her producer, was the one that has been abusing her physically, mentally, and emotionally for the past decade, and now she's finally come to terms with it in the fact that she's talking about it, and she wants to just break her contract with him altogether and be free to do her own thing. But for the judge to say that there wasn't enough evidence for her to do that, and that she has to do the commercially respectable thing, which is to continue on with producing 6 more albums with the company that doesn't even respect her emotional, physical, or mental stability. And the fact that she wants to be in an environment and a headspace where she can do this on her own and be free to do what she wants and not be put out there by a company that isn't going to promote her music in the right way, especially when that money kind of falls back into the producer that abused her. So for her to want to break away and do her own thing, I think that's a great thing, and speaking up for what she's been through. It's not about her wanting to make a bigger or better contract with them or get more money out of it. She doesn't want to do that. She just wants to make her own music in a safe place. Not with Dr. Luke, not with someone who's going to just be a reminder of what she's been through. And I think we live in a world where every 2 minutes someone in the United States is sexually abused. A world where we teach people, not to rape, but how to not be raped. And that's where we're going at it all wrong. We need to start speaking up about these kind of things and putting it out there that there is justice for victims like this. We also live in a world where people think it's okay to protest about the fact that rape should just be illegal if it isn't done out in public. Like, there's people that get together and talk about this kind of thing that it makes me think, like, what is in their mind that tells them, this is an okay thing to do? Because it's not. What Kesha did, she spoke up about what she was going through. She spoke up for a lot of victims out there that are going through the same thing. There's so many people out there that are so emotionally scarred from what their abuser did to them. They don't want to come out and talk to. They just don't want to talk about it. They don't want to go into court and talk in front of their abuser about what they did. They don't want to relive those kinds of things that they went through. And for someone who has a huge platform like she does, and for her to go out and talk to so many people about it, it's in the media, it's in everybody's face about it. They see what she's been through and what he did to her. So for her to do that, it's such a big step for so many victims out there, and for the judge just to say that her evidence and what she's been through wasn't enough, that it didn't cause enough of an injunction for her to break away from her contract. I think that's some bullshit. There are artists out there who aren't happy with what they're putting out or what their label wants them to do, and it's okay. They get to break that kind of deal. There's so many other artists out there that are going through that, but what Kesha went through and her whole issue, it's not something that many women especially want to talk about. So for her to put that out there and stand up for all the women out there who really have gone through an issue like this and don't want to talk about it, it's hard. It's hard for me as someone who respects her so much and that wants her to have so much success in her life. And, we're the judge ruled that she has to continue with her contract. If you don't know this, she needs to make 6 more albums with this company. And albums aren't just something that can be produced overnight. It's something that takes months to years. So if you're looking at an expansion of how long this could take, it could take 6 years of her life to create 6 more albums. That's 6 years of her life she's not going to get back to produce music she wants to put out there. She wants to put out music that relates to other people and not something that a company controls of her. So in that 6 years time frame, she's going to have to tour. She's going to have to make money for them. That money falls back on Dr.Luke as well. She wants to completely break away from him and do what she wants to do and not be involved with an abuser. She doesn't want to face her abuser anymore, and that's all she wants. And if Sony would just see that and kind of say, you know, we respect her enough to let her go, I think a lot of people would respect their label and company a lot more than they do now. And for Kesha to just stand up for the victims out there, but be shut down, because the judge ruling was bullshit. I think that's complete bullshit. She basically told Kesha and everybody out there that has gone through this to sit down and shut up, because what they're saying, because of the evidence that they don't have, that it shouldn't be heard, that it should be blocked away. And it's completely wrong. So Kesha, I don't know if you're gonna be seeing this or actually watch this one day, but I hope that you know that there are so many people out there that love you and that want to see you succeed and want you to have justice, that we're all fighting for you. It's not just a legal issue, it's a worldwide issue that you brought to. You brought rape and its culture to the forefront, and something we need to start talking about. And so many people out there respect you for that, and that one day you will, you know, get the justice you deserve. Look how many artists and people that have risked their label for her, you know, risked their contract and speaking out about, you know, what she's gone through and speaking up for her. I think that's awesome. You know, there's so many I just don't get it. I just don't understand why she can't have this, why she can't break away from her label. It doesn't make sense. But I think by us talking about this more and bringing it to the forefront of the whole platform of why we need to talk about it, I think things will get resolved in a better fashion. I think it'll resolve a lot of issues. I mean, it won't solve everything, but it's going to help a lot of people stand up for themselves and actually talk. You know, I think a lot of the world and a lot of people that have gone through it are tired of being silent. They're tired of being pushed into that corner and not respected enough to be like, oh, I can talk about this and not be shut down. So that's just something that has been eating at me for a while now, especially for the past couple of days, that she isn't able to create and be her own artist because she's too scared of the company that she works for. So yeah, I just want to talk about how that kind of has been affecting me, and to talk about someone that inspires me and what they're going through and how it's completely disgusting. So Sony, if you're watching, I hope you get involved with this whole issue and put it straight and kind of show people that you're a reputable company, that you respect your artists that work for you, and that you want to see them succeed and not be foreshadowing a life for someone who is going through such a hard issue in their life. Support your artists and support your artists. That's all that's to it. Support the people that are working for you and that own up to your label. Kesha really has inspired me to be my own self and respect myself as a person. I just hope she gets the justice she deserves. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope we can have a discussion about it in the comments. If you're interested in the topic and want to talk about it, I'd love to hear your feedback. I'll also put the links on my social media if you want to follow or connect. Yeah, I just think it's an important issue that needs to be talked about, and something that we shouldn't be quiet about for anymore. So thanks, guys.